Hey everyone, let me ask you something. How many times have you introduced yourself and it just didn't click? Like, maybe you felt it was too plain, or worse, they didn't even remember your name.
Oh, I've been there. It's frustrating, right? You try your best, but it feels like you're just another face in the crowd. That's why today's episode is a game changer.
Yeah, we're diving into higher level tips for introducing yourself in English. And no, we're not talking about the usual stuff like, "Hi, my name is Noah. I like watching movies."
Yeah, we're skipping those overused lines. Instead, we'll teach you how to make your introductions memorable, whether it's for a job interview, networking, or even meeting new friends.
And here's the thing, introducing yourself isn't really about you. It's about your audience. It's about helping them remember you. That's why these tips matter.
Right. And we want to hear from you too. After listening to this episode, try introducing yourself using our tips and share it in the comments. We'd love to see how you do.
So stick around. By the end of this episode, you'll have the tools to introduce yourself confidently in almost any situation. Let's get started. 1. The present, past, future framework. All right, let's introduce the present, past, future framework. This method helps you organize your introduction so it sounds polished and professional. It works in casual, formal, or even semi-formal settings.
Totally. So, here's how it works. First, start with the present. Share who you are and what you're doing right now. For example, "Hi, I'm Ashley, and I'm a software engineer focused on optimizing customer experience." Easy, right?
Super easy, and you can tweak it depending on the situation. Like, if it's casual, you could say, "Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm a software engineer who loves solving user problems." More relaxed, but still clear.
Then comes the past. This is where you share a bit about your background or accomplishments. For example, "Before this, I worked in big data for healthcare, and I've been with my firm for 8 years. Last year, I led a campaign that won a Webby Award."
That's such a smart way to build credibility. You're showing people what makes you qualified or interesting without overloading them with details.
And finally, the future. Wrap it up by expressing enthusiasm or sharing your goals. Something like, "I'm excited to collaborate with you all to tackle this project." It shows energy and purpose.
Yeah, and you can adjust this part too. For a job interview, you might say, "I'm eager to contribute to your team's success." For networking, "I'm looking forward to connecting with like-minded professionals." It's all about the context.
Speaking of context, let me give you my introduction using this framework. Hi, I'm Luna, and I'm an English coach helping learners feel confident in conversations. Before this, I taught English at an international school for 5 years, and I've worked with students from over 20 countries. I'm so excited to share tips with you today to help you grow.
Wow, that's such a good example. So guys, now it's your turn. Try introducing yourself using the present, past, future framework. Share it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.
And one more thing. If you master this framework, you can apply it to so many situations, like formal introductions, casual meetups, or even semi-formal events. It's super versatile.
And here's a quick tip. If you practice specific conversation skills, like talking about the past, it opens up so many topics. You could share stories about your travels, achievements, childhood memories, basically anything.
Totally. So guys, what if I told you that we've summarized the key skills that you need for English conversation? There are 16 of them. And with these skills, you can use them into any conversation. It's like one for all.
This ebook contains 16 practical English conversation skills, like how to introduce yourself, how to reject others, or how to express opinions. 16 skills for almost all the English conversations. And you don't have to buy it now. Just check out the free sample on our website and see if it's for you. 2. Apply suitable topics when introducing yourself. Now, let's talk about choosing the right topics when introducing yourself. What you share really depends on the situation. For example, in a casual setting, you might mention your hobbies or where you're from. But in a professional setting, focusing on your job or education works better.
Let's go through some examples. For hometown, you could say something like, I grew up in Chicago, and it shaped my love for city life. Or, if you're from a small town, I'm from a little town in Texas, and I love how peaceful it is there.
Right. And if the setting is work-related, you might talk about your job. For example, I'm currently leading a team in digital marketing. Or, I work as a project manager, focusing on tech startups.
And for education, you could say, I studied environmental science and recently completed a project on sustainable farming. Or, I have a background in graphic design, which I've been passionate about since college.
For something more casual, like interests, you could share, in my free time, I'm a big fan of hiking and photography. Or, I really enjoy playing the guitar and experimenting with new recipes.
Those are great. And don't forget, you can also talk about family if it feels appropriate. For example, I have 2 kids who keep me on my toes. Or, I'm super close to my younger sister. We travel together all the time.
The key here is to pick topics that feel natural for the person or group you're talking to. Like, if you're meeting coworkers, you might focus on your job or hobbies. If you're at a neighborhood party, maybe your hometown or family fits better.
Absolutely. And try to add a personal touch to make it more memorable. For instance, instead of just saying, I like hiking, you could say, I love hiking. It helps me clear my mind after a busy week. Small details make a big difference.
So, dear listeners, what about you? Think about your favorite topics to share when introducing yourself. Maybe even practice with someone or write them down to feel more confident. 3. Know who you're talking to. Well, you might think it goes without saying, of course you know who you're talking to, right? But let me explain. A good introduction isn't just about you. It's about connecting with your audience. Think about it. What would they actually want to know about you?
Right, because if you just list random facts about yourself, people might lose interest. Instead, tailor what you say to match the situation. For example, at a networking event, you'd focus more on your professional goals or experience.
Yeah, like if you're at a networking event, you could say, I'm Jamie, and I specialize in digital branding. Right now, I'm looking to connect with others working in e-commerce. That's way more engaging than just, I work in marketing.
But at a party, it's totally different. You could go for something fun, like, I'm Sarah and I'm obsessed with cooking, especially trying out new pasta recipes. That's more casual and fits the vibe.
Let's say you're at a tech meetup. You might say something like, I'm Alex, and I'm really passionate about AI and how it's transforming industries. That shows you're interested in the same thing as the people there, which instantly builds a connection.
So, it's all about reading the room. Ask yourself, what would these people care about? What will grab their attention or help them remember me?
And don't overthink it. Just pick 1 or 2 points that match the situation. Keep it simple and clear.
Yeah, keep it natural. And if you're not sure what to say, you can always start with something general and adjust as the conversation goes on. Like, I work in finance, but I'm also really into hiking. Then see where it goes from there.
So, next time you introduce yourself, think about your audience first and practice a few versions. 1 for work, 1 for casual events, and 1 for hobbies. You'll feel much more prepared. 4. Introduce yourself with purpose. Let's dive deeper into something we often overlook, introducing yourself with purpose. Every introduction serves a reason, and understanding that can completely change how people perceive you.
Yeah, think about it. Why do we introduce ourselves? It's not just to say, hi, I exist. It's to create a connection, leave a positive impression, or even achieve a specific goal.
Exactly. Take a job interview as an example. You're not just sharing your name and title, you're positioning yourself as the ideal candidate. For instance, You could say, I'm Sarah, and I've spent 5 years building marketing campaigns that increase brand visibility by 30%. It's not just an introduction, it's a summary of your value.
Right. And in more formal settings, like a conference, your purpose shifts. You want to show why you're there and what you bring to the table. You might say, I'm Chris, and I'm here to share insights on sustainable urban design. It's professional, concise, and sets clear expectations.
Now compare that to something casual, like meeting someone at a party. Your purpose here might be to start a friendly conversation or find common ground. Saying, Hi, I'm Emma. I just moved here and love exploring local coffee shops, invites the other person to engage with you. It's warm and approachable.
That's why understanding your purpose is so important. Without it, your introduction can feel random or forgettable. But with purpose, it becomes intentional, memorable, and impactful.
Exactly. And here's a trick to make this easier. Always think about why you're introducing yourself before you even start. Is it to build a professional connection, to make a friend, or just to get the conversation going? Knowing the why helps you focus on the what.
Another trick is to imagine what the other person might want to know about you. For example, at a networking event, people are probably curious about your job or skills. At a party, they might be more interested in your hobbies or where you're from. Tailoring your introduction to their interests makes it more engaging.
And let's not forget about delivery. Even the best introduction can fall flat if your tone is off. Speak clearly, sound confident, and add a touch of enthusiasm. It makes a world of difference.
So, in short, always know your purpose, adapt to your audience, and deliver with confidence. When you do this, your introduction becomes more than just words. It becomes a lasting impression.
And remember, every introduction is an opportunity. Whether it's to connect, impress, or just make someone smile, make it count. That's the real purpose behind introducing yourself.
All right, dear listeners, before we go, if you want more conversation tips, check out our new ebook. It's packed with skills like storytelling, expressing opinions, and, of course, making introductions. You'll find everything you need to master English conversations. Just head to our website and take a look at the sample. It might be just what you're looking for.
That's all for today. Thanks so much for tuning in.
We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep practicing and stay confident. Bye for now.